Hi, everybody. Welcome. We are at Bearpin Park, Cleveland, Mississippi, and set for the third day of competition. An original field of 12 has been sliced in half, and there are 6 teams still in pursuit of the biggest trophy, that World Series title. Florida and Mississippi unbeaten. Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and South Carolina once beaten in championship series play. And here we go with Tennessee taking on South Carolina. South Carolina in the navy blue and white. Tennessee in the gray and white with just a tad of orange splashed in, some black too. And with that pitch, Caleb Blackwell looks at a 1-0 count. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage on a Monday here in Mississippi. 6 teams still trying to grab that big trophy, the championship title. Launched over to second, grab made by Bryson Burgess. And there is one away quickly in the top part of the first. Let's get the lineup set for you. Caleb Blackwell, the second baseman, leading things off, flying out to second. It is Connor Cattaneo, who is the left center fielder, batting second. Andrew Blackwell at shortstop will bat third. Brandon Bolton is playing left field and batting fourth. Bowman Rummel is the catcher, batting in the 5 spot. Cole Dinkins playing first, will bat sixth. Kellen Moore, the right fielder, in the 7 spot. Andrew Botar in right center field has the 8 hole. Caden McGuff is the third baseman, batting ninth, as this one is wrapped by Cattaneo to third. Across the diamond goes Miles Watson, and there's 2 away. Brandon Snurr is in the 11th spot. I might have missed the 10 hole. Tyler Reed is batting in that 10 spot for South Carolina. Brandon Snurr in the 11 hole, and Cooper Penfield is the pitcher who will bat 12. For Tennessee, Briar Udi in the circle beside the pitching machine. Dax Cole behind the plate. At first, you'll find Gus Campbell. The second baseman is Bryson Burgess. At shortstop, Jackson Fugate. Miles Watson at third. In the outfield, left belongs to Henry Shamblin. Left center field, Austin Fugate. Right center field, Nolan Dacus. And Colt Corral is in right. So you are set offensively, defensively as well, as Andrew Blackwell wraps it over to first, and reaching out is Gus Campbell. What a catch by Campbell. It's a 3-up, 3-down top part of the inning, and just like that, South Carolina goes down and Tennessee will come to bat. We have played a half inning, and after a half, going to the bottom part of the first, scoreless with Tennessee heading to the plate.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. For 2 on his head.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the first, shot off the middle by Colt Corral, and just like that, Tennessee's got a base runner reborn. Top part of the inning, South Carolina sends Blackwell, Cattaneo, and Blackwell, Caleb Connor, and Andrew to the plate. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Colt Corral, the right fielder, starting things off for Tennessee, leads off with a single. Rest of the Tennessee offensive lineup, it is Miles Watson, the third baseman, batting second. Nolan Dacus is in right center field, batting third. Gus Campbell, the first baseman, has got the 4 spot. Catcher Dax Cole in the 5 hole. Landon Albright will bat sixth. Lifted into left field. It will bounce off of the mid of Brandon Bolton, who bent down, trying to get the out, and then recovers with a throw to second to get Corral on one of those unusual 7-4 putouts. So a base runner at first with 1 down. Nolan Dacus coming to the plate as Gus Campbell makes his way to the on-deck circle. Bryson Burgess, the second baseman, batting in the 7-hole. Henry Shamblin is in left field, batting 8th. Jackson Fugate, the shortstop's got the 9 spot. Austin Fugate, who plays left center field, bats 10th. Brian Udi is in the circle, batting 11th. Popped up to right center field, and the catch made by Andrew Bostar. Well, if the first inning is any indication, we may have a defensive struggle. Both teams playing very nice defense. 2 gone and a base runner at first for Gus Campbell. And then, of course, Brock Fry in that 12 spot for Tennessee. South Carolina has Cooper Penfield in the circle. Bowman Rummel behind the plate at first. Cole Dinkins, the second baseman, is Caleb Blackwell, and shortstop Andrew Blackwell. And at third, Caden McGuff. The outfield for South Carolina, Brandon Bolton in left. The center fielder, at least to the left side, is Connor Cattaneo. To the right side, Andrew Bostar, and Kellen Moore is in right. Popped up to left center field, and that will get away for Cattaneo. Rolls to the fence, motoring his way around second, headed to third. That is Watson given the green light. He will come home and score. To second is Gus Campbell. And Tennessee will get on the board here in the bottom part of the first. One on in scoring position. Watson comes in to score. Tennessee takes the early lead as Dax Cole steps in. Landon Albright to the on-deck circle. You see the number above the scoreboard, right? And, of course, South Carolina and Tennessee's been watching games since Saturday, so you know the process, you know the text thing, and we're going to get to that in the second. We'll see what kind of text war we mount. As it is wrapped to Blackwell in short, he will go over to first. A reach skyward by Cole Dinkins to bring in the Blackwell toss, and Dax Cole will go out on the 6-3, leaving Gus Campbell on. But 1 run plates Tennessee, taking a 1-run advantage into the second. Bolton, Rummel, Dinkins all coming to the plate for the South Carolina All-Stars when we return.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the second, Brandon Bolton starting things off. Bowman Rummel, Cole Dinkins due up in the inning, too. Got some defensive substitutions for Tennessee. Landon Albright now behind the plate, and Dax Cole is in the pitcher's circle. So those are your Tennessee defensive changes as we are here in the second. Bolton wraps it right up the middle, off the ankle of Cole. It is picked up, however, at third by Miles Watson. He will go over to first and get Bolton in what turns into a 1-5-3 putout. One away for Bowman Rummel. And Cole trying to shake off the pain, but he's already indicated to Coach, this is the World Series. We're playing to get to the championship. I can play without the ankle if need be, so staying put is Dash Cole there in the circle. No swing on the opening pitch to Bowman Rummel. Cole Dinkins moves to the on-deck circle. All right, let's get to shout-outs. And we got a couple of teams in South Carolina and Tennessee that know quite a bit about texting shout-outs as it's fouled out of play by Rummel. They are professional texters. So let's get the text war started. 334-488-1385, the number. It is above your scoreboard, and let me run through the criteria once more. What we're looking for: shout-outs, cheer on a team member. As Rummel will pop it up the middle. That's a base hit for South Carolina. And their first base runner comes 5 at-bats in, but the tying run on. As Rummel goes to first, and Cole Dinkins will come to the plate with one away. Kellen Moore moving to the on-deck circle. Also, we want to know where you are watching from. We've heard from all over the country, even out of the country. The Bahamas has checked in. Montana, Connecticut, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, Mississippi, Oregon, Arizona, you name it. We've heard from all over the country. California, New York. So include that stuff too. Here is the 1-0 pitch to Cole Dinkins. And it becomes 2-0. Of course, if it's a unique spot where you're watching the game, might want to toss that in. And, yep, we're still in the work week or the work day for most watching. So if you want a little free publicity, yeah, we'll do that too. If you're watching at work and the boss is okay that you watch at work, pops up in the direction of second. And they're coming in to make the catches. Bryson Burgess. Cole Dinkins is out, number 2. So if you want to include the work spot, that's okay as well. And selfies, yep, we like creative selfies. And you determine what creativity means. Send those as well, or just share them to our Facebook page. There you go. I think we've laid all the groundwork. As Kellen Moore steps in, Andrew Botar moving to the on-deck circle. Might as well get to a few of the what I'm sure will be many shout-outs. Let's get back on track. Caden McGuff from Grandpa in Columbia, South Carolina. By the way, let me go back to this morning. I mean, that's when you know you're a professional shouter-outer. When you get a text shout-out about 3 hours before game time. Moore driving it foul over to the right side. Rummel, the base runner, at first. Shout-out this morning. Good luck to my nephews Ashton and Jackson Fugate. We are cheering you on from Knoxville, Tennessee. Love, Aunt Kim. Kalen Moore stepping back into the batter's box. Had a little issue to take care of on another field, so had to break away for a moment from your shout-outs. Only a temporary break, however. We're going to get to them all. Let's get this W Tennessee Water Boys from Jason Upton in Sweetwater. Over towards first, trying to make the short hop grab is Gus Campbell. Can't come up with it, and Kalen Moore is on. So a couple of base runners on, tying run, go-ahead run on for South Carolina as Andrew Botar comes to the plate. Shout-out says, great start Tennessee, singing Rocky Top at home. Watching the game, couldn't be prouder of these boys, especially number 6, Landon Albright. Love the Curtises. Yeah, we're going to hear Rocky Top somewhere during the course of the game from the fans beneath a guarantee. I think every game there's been Rocky Top, so that means it's coming at some point. Andrew Botar trying to drive in the tying run and says, you know what, tying run, not enough. How about the go-ahead? Wrapped over to Cole. Cole picks up, fires to first. I think Campbell hung on, and he did. And Botar will go out on the 1-3. A nice play by Campbell at first. Able to hang on and make sure that 2 are left on. Rummel and Moore both with singles. They stay aboard. Couple of base hits. 2 stranded now through 1.5. As South Carolina is down by a run and Tennessee's coming to bat. Albright, Burgess, and Shamlin when we return to Cleveland.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts too on his steps.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the second, Landon Albright steps in, swing and a miss, count even at 1. You know, this field here has been the field that's had the longest games of the tournament. Last night, everybody else went home around 10 o'clock. We were here till about 11 o'clock. And that might be part of the reason, as this one is popped over the screen by Albright, that they have certainly picked up the pace between innings. Typically, we've been able to get a 60-second spot in and no problem, a little extra time to kill, but that's not been the case thus far today, so we may have to shorten our break between innings as it's fouled out of play. A 2-strike count now on Landon Albright. Brandon Snur now behind the plate for South Carolina, by the way, as they've made some defensive changes. Bryson Burgess, Henry Shamlin due up in the inning, too. Let's go SC. Francis Mancis, or Francis Mancis. If I mispronounce, please forgive me. Watching in Kansas. Swing and a miss, and out goes Albright. One away here in the bottom of the second.
Number 16, Bryson.
I think that may be the first time we've heard from Kansas. Hello, Kansas. Good play, Miles, says the shout-out. Tennessee's Alston and Jackson Fugate, Pappy and Nana Hart, and your brothers Aiden and Landon are cheering for you from Rockwood, Tennessee. Go Jacks. Shout-out Sweetwater, Tennessee. Bring it home from Adam, Jamie, Jacob, Toogs, and Jamie. It is popped up in foul territory. Trying to get there is Cole Dinkins. And what an effort by Dinkins to try to stretch out the frame and get to the Bryson Burgess popper. But it will drop into foul territory, and Burgess will get back into the box. Meanwhile, Dinkins will dust off the trousers and get back to first. Wrapped over towards second, Blackwell. To Dinkins, Burgess out on the 4-3. And there's 2 gone. More shout-outs. Let's go Blythewood from the Harwell House. Winsboro, South Carolina, checking in. Best of luck, Sweetwater, Karen, and Brian Eller. Go Tennessee Lloyd at Valley Building Supply, cheering you on. Valley Building Supply has been very busy working and very busy watching. They've been watching games since it started. Roll towards short, scooped up by Blackwell. He will go to first. And it's a 3-up, 3-down bottom part of the second. Wow, impressive defensive stand by South Carolina. And we have played 2, and a run separates Tennessee and SC as we head to the third.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on his head.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the second, Caden McGuff coming to the plate. Tiger Reed, Brandon Snur due up in the inning, 2. More shout-outs. Let's go Eli from Braxton in Buckhead, North Carolina. A shout-out to Miles Watson, granddad, saying, go Sweetwater. Good luck, Dax from Toot and Paw Paw. Lauren Blythewood, South Carolina, watching while working. Go South Carolina. And number 5, Brandon Snurr. Blythewood is cheering for you. Let's go. And speaking of Brandon, he is 3 up. The third guy due up here in the top of the third for South Carolina. A 1-zip score. These two teams have already met in the World Series. And as a matter of fact, South Carolina responsible for putting Tennessee in the losers bracket as they knocked off Tennessee by a 12-5 final on Sunday. And now you got a Tennessee squad that would like to return the favor and a South Carolina squad that would like to make it 2 in a row. Both teams trying to advance to a 7:30 matchup against the loser of the Mississippi-Tennessee game. Wrapped towards short, that will hop over the mitt of Jackson Fugate. And Caden McGuff will get on with the 3rd South Carolina base hit of the game. And again, South Carolina with a base runner aboard for Tyler Reed. Go Sweetwater from Sweetwater Hospital Home Health. Thank you very much for the folks at Sweetwater Hospital Home Health watching the coverage. Tyler Reed batting with McGuff aboard. 1-zip score, tying run on in the third. Defensive struggle, which we haven't seen many of in this World Series. Hit towards Udi now in the circle. He misses, but picked up by Fugate, who will go over to second and get the lead runner on the 6-4 putout. And Brandon Snurr coming to the plate with one away. What a stretch. Gus, go Tennessee. Love Aunt Amanda and Uncle Michael. Let's go Tyler Reed. Connor and Kaylee are watching you from Arizona. Here's the pitch to Snurr. Right-hander awaits. No swing on the toss. Cooper Penfield to the on-deck circle. We're watching Nolan and Sweetwater keep the bats hot. Hit it, rip it, knock it out. Drive it, drive it. Love brother Grayson Colby, Travis, Aunt Jamie, and Uncle Jeff. Happy day before your birthday, too, to Nolan Dacus. Lifted towards right field. That is a base hit. Making his way towards second, Reed. He will get back to the bag. I think if Fugate had realized that Reed was nearby but off the bag, might have been able to tag him out, but was thinking he was going to third, was prepared to make a toss there. But instead, Reed able to get back to second. Now a couple of base runners on for Cooper Penfield. As South Carolina again is in a position to tie this one up and take the lead. Left-hander steps in. Caleb Blackwell to the on-deck circle. Overcast here in Cleveland. As the pitch is not one Penfield wants. Aunt Paul, Aunt Pam, and Uncle Sam are pulling for you, Nolan, from Phoenix City, Alabama. And early happy birthday for all your family in PC. Popped up. Over towards third, and there the catch will be made by Miles Watson. 2 gone with 2 on as we get back to the top of the order. Caleb Blackwell, who popped out to second in the first, comes to the plate again. Good luck to my nephews Ashton and Jackson. I make that Austin and Jackson Fugate. We are cheering you on from Knoxville, Tennessee. Love, Aunt Kim. Hello, I'd like to give a shout-out to Brock Fry of Tennessee Machine Pitchers. They face South Carolina. Please tell him that Demarion, Mariah, and Brittany love him, and go Vols. Into the box steps Blackwell. Cattaneo moving to the on-deck circle. 2 away, 2 aboard. Tying run in scoring position, Tyler Reed. Shout out to Kellen Moore. Mom is always listening and watching. Bring the wood. Go Blythewood. Be a monster at the plate. Bowman from Uncle Al and Pesco team in Newark, Delaware. Everybody in Delaware. That's a new state to add to our list of states represented. Swing and a miss by Blackwell, and the count evens at 1. Tex says, hello, I'd like to give a shout out to Tennessee machine pitches they gave South Carolina. That's probably play, these spell checks. Darn them sometimes. Please tell Brock Fry that Demarion, Mariah, Brittany, and Jamie love him. And go Vols. Count even, one apiece. Blackwell into center field. That's going to bring in the tying run. As Tyler Reed will round third, come in and score. It's an RBI. Caleb Blackwell single that makes this a 1-each game. Snur to third, at first is Blackwell. And it's one apiece as Connor Cattaneo comes to the plate. He wrapped into a 5-3 his last at-bat. Shout out to Kellen from Uncle Donnie, watching secretly for the office in Lexington, South Carolina. We won't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that Uncle Donnie is watching from the office there in Lexington. We don't want to get him in trouble. But thanks for watching, Donnie. Connor Cattaneo wrapped into the 5-3 in the first. Andrew Blackwell moving to the on-deck circle. Runners at first and third. Go-ahead run at third for South Carolina. Trying to grab their first lead of the game here in the third. Go Big Orange. Bailey and Macy watching and cheering on number 6 from Irwin, Tennessee. Let's go SC. Get the W, the Newtons. Hashtag bring the wood. Count even, one apiece on Cattaneo. When you get to the third for Tennessee, to Fugate and Udi, it is rammed towards short, and then when your shortstop Fugate pulled back the hammer and was ready to fire over to second to get the out, the bullet popped out of the chamber. And that will allow Snur to come in and score, which gives South Carolina their first lead. So a couple of base runners on, and now a 2-1 contest. And SC's got the lead as Andrew Blackwell steps in. Brandon Bolton moving to the on-deck circle. Go Cole Dinkins. We are so proud of you from Tim and Sharon in La Plume. And also a shout out to Coach Dinkins. Popped up on the infield and at second. Bryson Burgess will make the catch to end the Blackwell at bat, but South Carolina has taken the lead. Tyler Reed, Brandon Snur come in. Still a one-run game, but the one-run advantage now belongs to South Carolina as we head to the bottom of the third with the Fugates and Udi on their way to the plate.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts two on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get this ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the third, Jackson Fugate starting things off. Austin Fugate, Briar Udi due up in the inning two. A quick reminder that we would love to have you as a friend on Facebook, follower on Twitter. Well, thank you very much. Wes Skelton, the commissioner of Dixie Youth Baseball, came over and handed me one of those slender pieces of paper with a signature on it that I like. Down the line, into left field, Fugate able to squeeze it between third baseman McGuff and the chalk line. It's a leadoff single for Jackson Fugate as Tennessee tries to respond to the couple of runs that played it in the top part of the inning. Okay, got to mention Facebook. Now, there's some, I'm sure, that had every intention of liking us on Facebook, and just, it slipped your mind. You got, off to doing something else, and just plumb forgot that you were going to like us on Facebook and help us get to 10,000. Well, here's the goal today, 9,600. We're 52 away. I think that's achievable. Hit right out the middle, trying to play it with a pitching machine. Right in front of him was Penfield, winds up going to second, and they're able to field his Blackwell and step on the bag to get Jackson Fugate. So while Penfield was contending with the leg of the pitching machine, it was Blackwell who was fielding the grounder and getting Fugate for out number 1. 1 away, Briar Udi steps in, Brock Fry to the on-deck circle. But let me get my Facebook push out of the way. Trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the summer, drifting back onto the grass, there to make the catch. Blackwell, love the communication. Dinkins was backtracking to make the catch. Blackwell calls him off, and Dinkins heard it, complied, and the catch made, and Briar Udi is out number 2. Brock Fry steps in. Score schedules, where we're going. You get to interact with us. Good or bad, I have mentioned previously, admittedly we kind of like the good better than the bad, but we can handle it. That's all the stuff you get to do with Facebook, plus you allow us to grow our numbers. And that's helpful to us in more ways than one. 2-0, the count on Brock Fry. Colt Corral next, popped up in the direction of left, over near the foul line, sliding to his knees. To make the catch is Brandon Bolton, and it's a 4-up, 3 down, bottom of the 3rd. 1 left aboard, nobody scores. We're going to the 4th. It's a 2-1 South Carolina lead.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts too on his fist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the 4th, Brandon Bolton starting things off. Bowman Rummel, Cole Dinkins due up in the inning 2. Forgot to tell you where to go to on Facebook, though. Put JockJive Sports in the search engine. Find us, like us, and we'll thank you. And I guess that'll do it for my Facebook promo. Back to the text shout-outs. Big hit Caleb from Uncle, is that Bofa? B-O-F-A. Thank you very much for shouting out and shouting in. Way to go, South Carolina. And Tyler Reed. The Whitakers are cheering from Cibolo, Texas. I think that's right. I believe that is Cibolo. I guess it could be Kibolo or Cibolo. Into left field, base hit for Bolton. And then the shot gets beyond Nolan Dacus and allows Bolton to pick up an extra bag. So Bolton sliding into second with Bowman Rummel coming to the plate in a 2-1 contest in South Carolina. Trying to add to the advantage. Go Tennessee, play hard. Bryson Burgess, Love Bailey. Good luck Tennessee's Henry Shamlin from the Shamlins, Martins, Whiteheads, Pearsons, Bests, Hayes, and Brittons. A lot of folks watching in Sweetwater. Rummel had a single, got the second in the second. Way to go, boys. Keep it up. You've got this. Bring the wood. Watching from the office today, Kevin Allen. Thanks, Kevin, for watching. Love Yolanda and Albright and Briar Udi from Loudon, Tennessee, from Peggy Malcolm, William, and Simi. Cole Dinkins to the on-deck circle. Base runner at second is Bolton. Nobody gone in the top of the fourth for South Carolina. Hit towards second, calling for it. Making the catch is Burgess, and there's one away. One gone with Bolton still at second. Go Big Orange, Landon and Pryor. We are so proud of you all. Love George and Linda. Shout out to Cole Dinkins on South Carolina team from your favorite uncle and family in Arizona. Mark, Cody, Mike, and Sandy. Go Brock, bring the wood. Watching from the wood. Let's go, boys. Hashtag bring the wood. The Mecklings. No swing on the opening toss to Cole Dinkins. Kellen Moore to the on-deck circle. Watching the game on TV Live YouTube. Well, thank you very much for watching the game. And by the way, you want to see it again and again, it's available after the fact. Dinkins shoots it underneath the mitt of Watson at third into left field. Throw back over to third. And that is Watson trying to lay the tag on Bolton. He will get in safely. Throw goes to second. It is Burgess trying to get Dinkins, and Dinkins will slide in safely. So a couple of base runners on for Kellen Moore. And right on cue, shout out to number 4, Kellen Moore, and the Blythewood team and coaches. You can do this. Love Grandma and Granddad Moore. Right-hander steps in. Moore with a single in the second. Batting here in the fourth. Go Tennessee. Shout out to Henry Shamlin from Aunt Donna. So proud of you. Go Sweetwater, and especially Colt Corral from Jack and Paula Corral in Durham, Connecticut. Shake and bake Sweetwater from Ricky Bobby. Andrew Botar to the on-deck circle. Moore will launch this one into center field. Base hit. Bolton coming in from third. To third goes Dinkins. It's a Kellen Moore RBI single that builds the South Carolina lead to 2. It's a 3-1 advantage. Runners at first and third for Andrew Botar. Caden McGuff moves to the on-deck circle. Coach adjusting Botar in the box. And Botar complying, moves over a bit. 3-1 South Carolina lead. Good luck, Sweetwater, from Sweetwater Fast Pace Urgent Care. Thank you very much, Fast Pace Urgent Care, for watching the coverage today. Botar hit into a 1-3. His last at-bat wraps this one off the mitt of Burgess into right field. Dinkins will come in and score, while Moore will go to second. Botar is safely at first with an RBI single. And the South Carolina lead now 3 for Caden McGuff. I pronounced Cibolo correctly. Well, that is rare. Thank you very much. North of San Antonio. Very familiar with San Antonio. Don't know that we've done any work there, but been there often. Love the Riverwalk, the Alamo. First time I went to San Antonio, it was a shock to me. I was expecting the Alamo to be out, I guess, in the country for some reason. Right smack dab downtown. Caden McGuff with a single, pops this one up. Charging in is Burgess. It will drop. He'll pick up on the one hop, tag out the runner there, fake the throw to third, get the out of Botar. McGuff is at first. At third is Moore. And there's 2 gone for Tyler Reed.
Well, to bat, number 11, Tyler Reed.
Brandon Snur moves to the on-deck circle. Go South Carolina. And Connor, we're cheering for you from the L.A. Brady's. And that, by the way, is not the Louisiana Brady's. It's the Los Angeles Brady's. So good to hear from the Brady bunch. All right, I know I shouldn't have. Tyler Reed wrapped into the 6-4, scored a run in the third. Batting here in the fourth. Brandon Snur moves to the on-deck circle. Top of the order in the bottom of the fourth for the Tennessee squad, as this one has popped up over into foul territory and out of play. Let's go, boys. So proud of you, boys. Kevin Magan and Will Parker, the Tennessee boys. Well, looks like we've already got a coach pitch final. Wow. Marty had about, a 35 to 40-minute game as North Carolina beats Georgia 5-zip. Georgia eliminated, and North Carolina will advance to take on the winner of Mississippi and Tennessee at 7:30. We got a couple of coach pitch games, or did have, underway, and a couple of machine pitch. But obviously one of the two coach pitch done. Reed wrapping it into left field. That is a Tyler Reed base hit that will bring in Kellen Moore. And a 2-out single by Reed makes it a 5-1 South Carolina lead. McGuff goes to second. Reed, the base runner, at first after the RBI single, and Brandon Snurr coming to the plate. Go Landon Albright from Meemaw Moore. The team at Valley Building Supply is cheering on our Sweetwater boys, especially our very own Valley boy, Nolan Dacus. Happy early birthday, and go Tennessee. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Snurr. It is wrapped right back up the middle, out of reach of Udi. There is a collision near second. Burgess had the ball in hand, and he is the benefactor of the collision between he and Tyler Reed as he's able to tag out Reed. And Snurr wraps into the fielder's choice that results in out number 3. 3 runs plate, though. The lead is now 4 and belongs to South Carolina as we head to the top of the Tennessee order in the bottom of the 4th.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Hit right up the middle by Colt Corral as we get the bottom of the 4th underway. It popped the pitching machine, and that's got Corral aboard with a dead ball single, or would it be a single dead ball? I guess the dead ball technically came after the single. Let's see if there is an evaluation of the pitching machine as a base runner is on. It squarely hit the machine, so it could be adjusted just a tad with a smack, and that might mean it needs an official adjusting. Well, that'll give us time for more shout-outs. The Strom girls are cheering y'all on from Blythewood. Shout-out to Cole Dinkins, Bowman, Rummel, and families. Hashtag Bring the Wood. Go Blythewood boys. The Petways believe in you. Shout-out simply says, go South Carolina. Let's go Sweetwater from the Contreras family. Good luck to Coach Dave Corral and Colt. Love Karen. Do it for the Wood, Bengals. We love you, Kellen Moore, from your Jameson family in Columbia, South Carolina. Into the box steps Miles Watson. A 4-1 South Carolina lead. Tennessee with the base runner on, and nobody out in the 4th. Way to go, South Carolina. Now we are rolling. Coach Buzzy and Alex watching in Blythewood. Go Henry Shamlin, number 20, from Chad and Heather Watson. Wrapped over towards third, scooped up by McGuff. Goes to second for 1, throw on to first, not quite in time for 2. Got the 5 and the 4, didn't get the 3. Watson is on. There's 1 away for Nolan Dacus.
Now to bat, number 14, Marianne Dacus.
Go Henry Shamlin, number 20, from Chad and Heather Watson. The Harrison boys and your cake bakers say go Landon Albright. Go listening from Nashville. Win big, boys, and bring it back to Tennessee. Landon Albright, number 6, Uncle Jerry and Aunt Lynn are cheering for the Big Orange Sweetwater team. Fouled back by Nolan Dacus. Gus Campbell to the on-deck circle. Go Kellen Moore and Blythewood from your New York family. Get it done. Of course, in New York, you would say, get it done. We are here in the South, and we say, get her done. Nolan Dacus with Gus Campbell to follow. DeMarion is cheering for all of his Tennessee boys and hit some dingers, it says. Popped up towards short. Camped out underneath to make the grab is Andrew Blackwell, and Dacus will fly out for out number 2. 2 gone for Gus Campbell. Campbell reached on an error in left center field in the first. Batting here in the fourth, Dax Cole coming to the plate next. We are extremely proud of you boys. Way to represent our city. Chief Eddie Byram and the men and women of the Sweetwater Police Department. Thank you very much to all the folks there. Well, here's a shout-out that says, why are you not saying my shout-outs? Well, I think I did. If I missed it, here it goes again. Let's go. Tyler Reed, Cousins, Caden, Hayden, Braden, Jaden, Zayden, Aiden, and Clayton are watching you. Well, I may not have done that because I don't remember a string of such. So my apologies for the miss. Into left field, Gus Campbell, and coming up firing, that is Brandon Bolton trying to get Watson, but Watson able to speed his way to second, get there safely, and a couple of base runners are on for Dax Cole. Watching from Friendsville, Tennessee, rooting for number 6, Landon Albright and his teammates, Aunt Marnie and Uncle Jeff. There we go. I think I've got them all for the moment. As Dax Cole steps in, wraps it towards short. Nice play on the ball by Andrew Blackwell. He just came up and was able to field and goes over to the bag to get Campbell, and Dax Cole wrapping into the unassisted putout. Nobody scores in the bottom of the fourth. We're headed to the fifth. 5-1 South Carolina.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts two on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the order, top of the fifth. Cooper Penfield starting things off for South Carolina. Caleb Blackwell, Connor Cattaneo due up in the inning 2. Tennessee got the first run of the game. It happened to the bottom of the first. South Carolina has had the 5 since. 2 in the third and 3 in the fourth. And now leaded by a 5-1 margin as Cooper Penfield, who popped out to third, bats here in the fifth. Hit right up the middle, and that is a base hit to begin the fifth for South Carolina. And apparently one's not enough. The throw over to first got away from Campbell, and Penfield able to make his way to second. So South Carolina with a base runner in scoring position where machine pitch is concerned. Let me find my notes to tell you exactly what will transpire. Well, I see my coach pitch notes and don't see my machine pitch. It's part of how well organized I am. I'm going to blame it on somebody like maybe the national director, Don Morris, who's eating chips nearby. I'm going to blame it on him and say that he came by and lifted my bracket and made off with it. Just know this, though. You win, you advance, you lose, and the season will come to an end. As it is popped up over into foul territory, but still trying to make the effort to get there. At third was Miles Watson, not able to do so, and Caleb Blackwell will come back to the box. Blackwell popped out the second and single. By the way, thanks for the new likes. I see that we are now inside 50 away from our goal of 9,600. You know, I'm not requiring, but since we read all your text, maybe you could like our Facebook page and post pictures of enjoying the game or enjoying your team. It is wrapped over towards short. That will bounce off Jackson Fugate into center field. And Blackwell on. Throw goes to third. That gives Blackwell an opportunity to get the second. In to score is Cooper Penfield. Still a base runner at second. Now a 6-1 game. Blackwell in second. Connor Cattaneo, who has ground out to third and reached on an arrow, will bat. Andrew Blackwell on deck. We are in the top of the fifth, and South Carolina has expanded their lead to 5, a 6-1 lead. Well, let's get to a few more shout-outs. So proud of you, Nolan. From Juju, watching from Sweetwater, Tennessee. Shout-out to Miles Watson and Gus Campbell from Todd, Gale, and Troy. Let's go South Carolina. And Tyler Reed, as this is wrapped into left field. Connor Cattaneo on. Going to third is Blackwell. The throw to third. Grabbed by Watson, but that gives Cattaneo an opportunity to get the second. So a couple of base runners in scoring position and still nobody out of the fifth. Let's go South Carolina and Tyler Reed, Uncle Jim, Uncle Tim, Aunt Kim, and Grandma Mim watching you. Okay, that's the same folks that had Caden, Hayden, Braden, Jaden, Zayden, Aiden, and Clayton. And now Jim, Tim, Kim, and Mim. Well, thank you very much, though, for shouting out. If it's not actual names, getting creative. Andrew Blackwell. He lined out to first, popped out to second, 0 for 2 in the game. Brandon Bolton moves to the on-deck circle. Go Coop T in South Carolina. Bring home the wood. Papa, Uncle Dino, Aunt Kim, Uncle Danny, Aunt Tammy, and Nana. We love you. Watching from San Jose, California. I think we need to hear some good old Rocky Top to get these boys going. Let's go number 6, Landon Albright from the Matthews family. Well, we did hear some good old Rocky Top from the fans on our field mic in between, I think, the bottom of the third and the top of the fourth. Andrew Blackwell with a couple of base runners on. Cattaneo is at second. Caleb Blackwell, the base runner, at third. Nobody's out. Overcast here in Cleveland. Doesn't look threateningly so, at least currently. Haven't checked the forecast to see what things should be like the remainder of the afternoon and evening weather-wise. I guess I could do that. Cloudy, 88 currently, and the typically always inaccurate weather iPhone weather app says no rain, so that's bothersome. As it is hit into center field, that's an Andrew Blackwell hit that will drive in at least one. Caleb Blackwell in to score. Cattaneo taking the big turn at third and will stay there. Blackwell with an RBI single is at first. It's now a 7-1 South Carolina lead. Brandon Bolton is next. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored. I don't know, it's just with my weather phone, my weather app on the iPhone, when it says rain, it doesn't. When it doesn't, it does. Right now, not calling for rain. 88 and cloudy. High of 89 later. 67 will be the overnight low. Humidity at 52%. Winds not like they have been. It has been rather brisk. Currently north at 7. Feels like 93. Visibility is 10. Okay, and you want to know the UV index, right? It's 1. Don't ask. I'm just reading Don't know what it means. Into left field. Brandon Bolton with a shot that will get by all fielders and travel towards the fence. Cattaneo comes in and scores. Andrew Blackwell, he will score. Brandon Bolton is safely at second, having driven in two. It is now a 9-1 South Carolina lead. That is going to befuddle me where my bracket went for coach pitch. It was here when I got the game started. It is no longer here as we speak. We're going to have to go on a search and find mission, I guess. As Bowman Rummel steps in with Bolton, the base runner, at second. Still nobody out. A 9-1 South Carolina lead. Well, let's get to some more shout-outs. Let's go Colt, Gus, Miles, Breyer, Nolan, Henry, Brock, Jackson, Dax, Bryson, Landon, from Danny and Christian. Hashtag Bring the Wood. Miss Kathy is watching at the Campbells. Her first shout-out to Brandon Snurr. Thank you very much, Kathy. One hop to short, grabbed there by Fugate. He will go over to first, throw the low throw to Campbell. That's got Bolton on his way in to score, and it's got Rummel sliding safely into second. Now a 9-run South Carolina lead. Let's go Tennessee from Bruce and Kathy and Grandma Sharp. Let's go Udi. You go Cole Dinkins, South Carolina, from Grandpa Jones and Diana. You're the man. Play hard, Tennessee. You're making Sweetwater proud. Go number 20, Henry Shamlin from Diane Whitehead. And the text says we have a lot of rhyming names in our family. Okay, if you say so. I believe you. But thanks very much for sending in shout-outs from all the folks. Cole Dinkins popped up on the infield. Gus Campbell can't get to it. Donning the shades to be able to see a little bit better, but that went high into the sky and began to plummet back to earth over into foul territory. And the Cole Dinkins at bat will continue. Kellen Moore moves to the on-deck circle. Still nobody out in the fifth. South Carolina trying to advance. Tennessee looking to stop Carolina in the top of the fifth and rally in the bottom part. Lined over to Campbell, makes the catch for out number one. One away, Rummel stays put at second.
Number 4, Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore coming to the plate. And don't forget, too, if you'd like a copy of a game, not a problem. We can fix you up. Email info@jockjive.com. INFO. info@jockjive.com. And we will get you fixed up with a copy of whatever game, or copies of whatever game you'd like. No swing on the first toss to Kellen Moore. Moore is 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Andrew Botar moves to the on-deck circle. Just about to wrap up the World Series here as it's popped up to short. There the catch will be made by Jackson Fugate. Tomorrow we'll be in Gunnersville and Monroe, as well as here in Cleveland to wrap up this World Series. Chuck heads to Gunnersville. I head to Monroe as we bring you the Final Four and Dixie Boys pre-majors and majors. Then it is off to Oxford, Alabama. And let's see, the crew will have there for the AAA, the Ozone, and the majors. Chuck Sebastian, Mike Rideout, Marty Palman, Jason Thompson, Mike Flowers, Anthony Crum, with coverage of the World Series there. Hit over into right field. It is scooped up quickly. Throw goes to first, and it's there in time. A nice defensive play by Colt Corral as he gets Botar on one of those unusual 9-3 putouts for out number 3. A base runner left on, 5 coming in score. South Carolina leads by 9 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Now it's back. Number 6, Landon Albright.
Bottom of 5th, Landon Albright starting things off for Tennessee. Bryson Burgess, Henry Shamlin due up in the inning 2. Well, I never located my bracket, but I stole Marty's. And can tell you that if you win this one, you play at 7:30, take on the loser of the Florida-Mississippi game, which is coming up at 4:30 over on Field 1. And Mike Rideout will have coverage of that one. He currently has the Virginia-North Carolina matchup. And it looks like Virginia on top of North Carolina 11-4 there. Here it is a 10-1 South Carolina advantage. Landon Albright struck out in the second, batting here in the 5th. Swing and a miss and a 2-strike count on Albright. Bryson Burgess, Henry Shamlin due up in the inning 2. Popped up, over into foul territory. What a catch in foul territory by Cole Dinkins. He had to contend with multiple factors. 1, a high fly ball. 2, an incoming chain link fence. Went to his knees, made the catch, and Landon Albright is out number 1. 1 away for Bryson Burgess, Henry Shamlin to the on-deck circle. More shout-outs. Bring the wood, boys. Way to go. Way to stay focused. Finish it. Kevin Allen. Go Tennessee. Go Henry. Love Mom, and Poppy. Into right field. Base hit. A diving attempt to get there by Kellen Moore. And Bryson Burgess will deliver with the 5th Tennessee base hit of the game. So Burgess on for Henry Shamlin. And the rest of the stuff we got coming up next week, I'll be in Ephrata, Washington on Saturday for the Babe Ruth World Series. And you can catch that here on JockJive too. Nice stop at short. Blackwell, that is as good a play defensively as you will see from a shortstop. Going to his right, deep short. Fields hops up, fires to second, gets the lead runner on the 6-4 put out.
Jackson Fugate.
And there's 2 gone for Jackson Fugate. Austin Fugate moves to the on-deck circle. We are in the bottom of the 5th. A 10-1 South Carolina lead, and Tennessee was hoping that they wouldn't have to wait till the 6th to try to plate all the runs necessary to get back in it. Still an opportunity with 2 gone, but 1 aboard as Jackson Fugate bats. It is popped up to the left side in foul territory and out of play. Fugate had a single in the 3rd, 1 of 5 Tennessee base hits. Tennessee 1 run in the 1st, and South Carolina a couple of runs in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and had a 5-run 5th. Count even 1 apiece on Fugate. Let's get you updated on our Facebook watch, by the way, trying to get to 9,600. Might need you to call friends and neighbors and family and say, hey, yeah, can you shut this guy up? Let's get 10 grand. Roll towards Blackwell. He will go over to second. And the 6-4 put out will get Shamlin. JockJive Sports, put it in the search engine of Facebook, like us, and we will thank you. As we head to the 6th, McGuff, Reed, and Snur coming up for South Carolina.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
No, that's that. Number 9, Caden McGuff.
Top of the 6th, Caden McGuff will start things off for South Carolina. And Tyler Reed, Brandon Snur, 2 up in the inning, 2. Got a final for you in coach pitch. Texas has nipped Louisiana 3-2. So Texas will advance. They will face the loser of the Mississippi-Tennessee game. That's on the coach pitch side. And your 3 o'clock round of games in coach pitch over. As North Carolina blanks Georgia 5-zip. Texas edges Louisiana 3-2. Georgia exits, Louisiana out. And your final 4 in coach pitch now includes Texas, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Mississippi. And, of course, at 4:30, Mississippi and Tennessee. And then you got a couple of 7:30 games in coach pitch. Fouled back by Caden McGuff. McGuff 1 for 2. A single in the 3rd, a ground out in the 4th. On the adjoining field in machine pitch, that is Virginia now with an 11-4 lead in the 5th. Mike right out with coverage there. Wrapped over towards third. Grabbed on the 2-hopper by Watson. He will get it across the diamond to get McGuff on the 5-3. One away for Tyler Reed. Reed 1 for 2 with an RBI. Brandon Snur moving to the on-deck circle. Come on, Sweetwater. Put your rally caps on. Love Michael and Amanda in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Major shout-out. That would probably mean upper caps. Major shout-out to Kevin Moore, the coach, and his fellow coaches. Way to lead these Blythewood Bengals and represent our hometown well. Your Jameson family in Columbia, South Carolina. Hit to short, and Reed out number 2.
Number 5, Brandon Snur.
2 gone for Brandon Snur. Hold'em Blythewood boys from Wyatt Dodd. Go Tyler Reed from Douglas, Melissa, Kendall, and Kalen. And yes, all those other names are real from San Angelo, Texas. Well, thank you for confirmation. I like it. I'd have to go through them again. A lot of names that sound familiar and similar. Good try, Caden. You are still a great player from Georgia. Brandon Snur 1 for 2. Steps up, pops it foul over towards first. And the count will leave it at 1. Cooper Penfield. He has moved to the on-deck circle. Shout-out says, go Tennessee. Rocky Top will always be home. Sweet home to me. It's a line that sounds familiar. Oh, and thank you, too, for the selfies. All the folks working there at Valley Building Supply in Sweetwater, Tennessee. I know we'll be in your neck of the woods, if not stopping, passing through. Got some work up in Virginia and West Virginia, right up the middle. And Brandon Snurr will deliver with a 2-out single. So Snurr gets his second base hit of the game. It is the 15th for South Carolina. And they've got a base runner on for Cooper Penfield. Penfield 1 for 2. Good luck, Dax from Toot and Paw Paw. Good luck, Blythewood from Coach Mike Dover. By the way, want a copy of the game after the fact? Email us info, I-N-F-O, info@jockjive.com. We can fix you up. No swing on the opening pitch to Penfield. And I mentioned Facebook. Well, there's Twitter and there's our YouTube channel as well. So if you want to follow us on Twitter or subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do. Here's the toss. There's the swing. Hit towards second. Fielded by Burgess. Nope. Gets beyond Burgess into right field. Penfield on his way to second. He will be tagged out there. Throw back in quickly, and Fugate able to lay the tag on Cooper Penfield, who had reached because of a mistake at second, but is tagged out going to second. And he puts it into the top of the sixth. One gets aboard and stays on. 3 will go down. We have played 5.5 going to the bottom of the sixth. It's a 10-1 South Carolina lead, and Tennessee coming to bat.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on gets it.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Couple of pitches into the bottom of the sixth. Austin Fugate batting. Briar Udi, Brock Fry, 2 up in the inning, 2. First pitch, no swing. Second pitch fouled out of play. And the count even at 1. It's a 9-run South Carolina lead. And Tennessee has to come from way down to try to win this one or tie it up and send it into extra innings as it's fouled out of play. Fans watching the game on another field, and here's some incoming. That's why you want to have eyes in the back of your head, or you might get a bruise on the back of your head. Austin Fugate popped out to, or actually ground out to second, his previous at-bat. Swing, foul tipped back into Rummel's mitt, and Fugate is out number 1. 1 away for Briar Udi. More shout-outs. Go Sweetwater, get those bats going. Rally Tennessee from Brian Nelson from Sweetwater, Tennessee. Let's go Tennessee, rally time. Hit it, rip it, knock it out. Drive it. We're proud of all of you. As this one is lifted into center field, and Briar Udi will get a 1-out single, and Tennessee's got a base runner at first. Especially proud of Nolan Dacus, Grayson, Travis Colby, Aunt Jamie, Uncle Jeff, and the Valley Building Supply family in Sweetwater. Also had a text that asked how long the game stayed on YouTube. Indefinitely. I see stuff on our YouTube channel that we did a couple of years ago, and I know that discourages one from buying a DVD and putting a little extra money in our pocket, but hey, truth's the truth, so it's there, available indefinitely on YouTube. So feel free to watch it there as well. Want your own copy? Then email us. Brock Fry with a base runner on. 1 away in the bottom of the sixth. It is rolled slowly towards Blackwell at short. And Blackwell will not be able to make a throw, which means everybody that's on is safe. Moody at second, Fry the base runner at first. So a couple of base runners on as we get back to the top of the order for Tennessee. Colt Corral, who is perfect on the day with a couple of singles batting. No swing on the first toss. Go McGuff in South Carolina watching on our first day back to school in Augusta, Georgia. My, has school already started? Roll towards Pinfield. Pinfield over to first. And he will get Corral on the 1-3 put out for out number 2. Udi advances, so does Fry. They are both in scoring position, but there is 2 gone now in the bottom of the 6th. Go Blythewood, you guys are great. Coach Grayson McGraw. Miles Watson trying to rally Tennessee with 2 gone. South Carolina trying to advance to a 7:30 showdown and become a member of the Machine Pitch Final Four. Couple of pitches, no swing on either from Watson. Nolan Dacus, he is moved to the on-deck circle. Popped up in the direction of right center field. There the catch is made by Andrew Botar, and this game has come to an end. It is a 10-1 final. South Carolina wins it. They will advance to the 7:30 contest. The season has come to an end for Tennessee, but when you make it here, you've done something. You make it to the final 6 here, you have really achieved. Congratulations to Tennessee on a great season, and South Carolina, that great season will continue as they knock off Tennessee by a final score of 10-1. 1 run in the first for Tennessee. South Carolina, a couple of runs in the third, 3 in the fourth, 5 in the fifth, and it's a 10-1 South Carolina victory over Tennessee. With a win, South Carolina playing at 7:30. They will take on the loser of the Florida-Mississippi game that's coming up in just a bit. Meanwhile, in the Virginia-North Carolina outing, it is currently Virginia with a 13-4 lead over North Carolina in the 6th. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget JockJive Sports. Put that in the search engine on Facebook to like us, at JockJive on Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And folks in Tennessee, thanks for watching and texting. For the folks from South Carolina, you got more baseball in your future. We will see you then. Robert Williamson saying so long, everybody, from JockJive.com.
Tennessee has had a great season. We have enjoyed watching them here, including the participation in the Machine Pitch